You know, I came to London 40 years ago, and I was chef at the Dorchester Hotel with 132 chefs. I was very young, I was 28 years of age. I got 130 chefs in front of me. Each one asked, why you and not me? I've been here 25 years, I've been here 35 years. It was quite a challenge. That's actually where I lost my hair. But wonderful times. I spent 13 years at the Dorchester with 5 ownerships, 10 general managers, and when I left I had 2 stars in the Michelin, which was then the first hotel restaurant outside France. So it's a great achievement for my staff, for everybody in the team, fully motivated, fully committed. It was a fantastic atmosphere. You know, I've been very lucky. I started, as I mentioned, at the Dorchester. We had people from the show business, we had people from the government, we had royalties. So it was a fantastic time for me. And I never forget the experience with Her Majesty the Queen Mother when she came for lunch quite often. She loved my food because it was fresh, it was easy, it was simple, it was honest, it was healthy. And then she went back to her chef at St. Clarence's house, and she asked him to write to me for the recipes, which was a great honor, of course, for me to send the recipes to her chef. And then next time she came back again, she said, thank you very much, it was fantastic. Nice experiences. Mrs. Thatcher, her office called at the Dorchester and mentioned that President Mitterrand was coming for dinner in a few weeks' time, and her chefs are maybe not quite up to standard. So she asked me if I could come and cook. I said, Madam, what a pleasure. Of course, a great honor to come and cook for you and President Mitterrand. And I remember so well, he wanted steak de veau au chanterelle, his favorite, or one of his favorite dish. And everything went very well. And a few years later, I was invited to a private party. And there was Mrs. Thatcher and her husband Dennis. And she came over and said, Anton, that was a fantastic meal you cooked for me and the President, but very expensive. Typical Mrs. Thatcher, she wouldn't miss a trick, but by God, it was a good experience. So and then I came here and had then the opportunity to cook for Her Majesty also at the Dorchester. Then Prince Charles, the first time in Prague, 25 years ago, for a big event. So it was His Royal Highness Prince Charles and President Howell who got together to create the Prague Heritage Fund. I cooked for 350 people for 3 days to collect money. It was for a charity. And that was a fantastic event. So 3 days for 350 people, lunch and dinner. And since then, I've been cooking for His Royal Highness a lot, sometimes twice a month, even 3 times a month. And that's also a great honor and a great pleasure. And as you may know, I was the lucky one who was chosen with my team, my 2 sons, to cook for the wedding for Prince William and Kate. So what an honor. Highlight of my life. So in other words, 4-generation royal family. I'm very lucky, very lucky. By pure coincidence, I came to this place here called the Belfry as a guest one night. And I just couldn't believe it. I looked around and said, my God, look at this, an old church. The feeling, the atmosphere, the ambiance was just, wow, that's for me. And I told my wife, I think I'm going to buy it. And she said, what? I said, yeah, well, the Belfry, the club, we just been for dinner. And she couldn't believe it. And 3 months later, we signed the deal, and that's been 28 years ago. So I've been very lucky. I kept it as a private dining club because I left my 2 stars behind, Michelin. In a private dining club, you don't have stars or gourmet, nothing at all. It's just private. And I enjoy that. I'm cooking for my friends, I know my members, and of course a lot of personalities, a lot of head of states come to us because they are private, and that's what they enjoy coming to Mosimann's. I always had a dream of one day opening my own museum because I collected so many things. I love old books. Whenever I had the opportunity to buy a very special book, I bought it. I said, I must have it for my collection. And the collection got bigger and bigger, and now there are almost 6,000 copies, and some of them very, very old books. So I needed a home. I needed to share it. I love to share, like food. I like to share my food with other people because I'm cooking it, I'm sharing it, and to see happy faces for me makes me happy, gives me a great pleasure. So the museum was really a dream, and 6 months ago it happened. I mean, I'm so honored and so lucky to have a museum while I'm still here, I'm still alive. Most people get a museum, they've been in heaven for the last 25 years and say, oh my God, we forgot him, we forgot her, let's make a museum. I'm lucky to actually open a museum myself with my family, my friends, and it's a wonderful feeling, a great, great feeling. And again, sharing with a lot of other people.